It's Comic Book Hangover. It's Scott. It's Thursday, so it's time for another weekly haul video. This week I actually got a nice stack of books to go through and kind of talk about a little bit. Now next week I have no books coming out. It's gonna be one of those rare weeks, but this time of this year in particular, it's not that unusual, unfortunately. But as it is next week, I'm not going to have a weekly haul video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do or what I'm going to be able to do. I'm hoping maybe I can pick up some back issues or something and have something to talk about next week. But if not, then I will see you the week following with, what's coming out the week following? Oh, the new issue of Ghost Rider finally coming out. Excuse me. So if I don't have anything next week, the following week I definitely will. There is also no CodyCon this week. Cody and his wife are going to be out of town, so I'm not going to have any CodyCon books to talk about for a while. And actually, starting next week at my work, I'll be working until 10 o'clock at night, which is about the time when the CodyCon auction ends. So I may not be doing those anymore. But even though I'm not going to be doing it anymore, possibly, I do still encourage people to check it out. Some good stuff there. So anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the books that I picked up yesterday at my LCS. So you got some continuations, you got some first issues, you got some final issues, you got some good stuff. So we got Batman number 93. This is part of the this is part of the lead into the Joker War event, and it's getting pretty nasty. It's this one here, we find out who the designer is, and people had been guessing as to the identity of the designer, and some were right, some were wrong. Even the some that were wrong were still right, and some of the ones that were right were still wrong. It's an interesting way, an interesting reveal. It's an interesting, just an interesting way of doing the character. So I'm not sure if now we can do anything more with the designer because of the reveal, but I'm sure somebody somewhere will figure out a way. So I got the regular cover. I also snagged the variant cover because this is a nice looking cover. So I had no choice, could not resist, had to pick it up. So grab that. Set these down here. Next up, Mercy number 3. It seems like Mercy number 2 just came out maybe 2 weeks ago or so. But out of all the covers that they had for issue 3, this was the one that jumped out at me. So I had to grab this one. This series is getting really good. And as of this issue, excuse me, as of this issue, I'm officially going to be adding this to my pull list. This is an amazing book. It's the pacing for it, the art is so in tune with the style of the story. I mean, you don't get that too often. But this is a great book. It's a period piece. As there's these weird sort of plant mutant monster hybrids that are feeding on the brainwaves or something of people, and there's a group of people that are hunting them down. Apparently they're eating them as well. I mean, it's just, there's so much going on in here, and there's so much this book has to offer. It's definitely worth checking out. The first 2 issues should still be readily available at your LCS. If not, check the back issue bins, see if you can get them, because this is definitely a book to keep an eye on. It's a great book, awesome cover art. It's always hard to decide which cover to get, but I do recommend this one. It's a very, very great series. And next up, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 50, finally finishing off the Necessary Evil storyline and setting up not one but 2 villains for the future. Now, I'm not going to reveal them here because the book just came out yesterday, and I'm very much opposed to any kind of spoilers on my videos. So, needless to say, if you're a Power Rangers fan, and if you've been following this series since the first issue, since the 12th issue, since the 20th issue, this issue here is just gonna blow you out of the water. I mean, the reveals of who's coming back, just amazing. I'm very much looking forward to it. I've been excited about this series for the most part since it started, but now with this 50th issue coming out and the reveals, I am more excited about it. I cannot wait for issue 51. Hell, I can't even wait for the next 50 issues of this to come out. I still can't even believe this is issue 50 of a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic book, but here you go. We got it, and it was an amazing read. I really am excited about it. Next up, Thor number 5. Now this one's kind of weird. It's the reveal of the Black Winter, which is this, I don't know if you want to call it entity, force, or whatnot, that Galactus is needing to fight, and he needs Thor's help in order to in order to defeat this force, this Black Winter. And it's alluded to that they allude to the idea that this is also what destroyed the previous universe that existed before the modern day 616, which, for those who may not know, is the universe that Galactus came from. He at one time was a regular mortal person called Galen, and his society was a very scientifically advanced society. And in his universe, this is how the original story went. His universe was struck by this plague that was just destroying everything. And despite the best efforts of the smartest minds on his planet, they could not figure out a way to cure this, to end this destruction of their reality. So Galen and some of his compatriots, they get onto a rocket ship and they decide they're going to go into the sun. They're going to go on a blaze of glory. His compatriots fall. Galen is spared as the sentience or the essence of his universe, his reality, pulls him out and basically says, I'm done. I'm going to die, but from my destruction there will be a new reality. And you, Galen, will go forth into that reality as my instrument of revenge. Basically saying that you're going to go there and you're going to destroy it. So what happened to me, you are going to go and do to the next universe. So what's interesting is the reveal of the supposed nature between the Black Winter and Galactus at the end of this issue. It kind of rewrites some things, but it also kind of puts some things into some interesting perspective. But if Black Winter is the entity or the force that destroyed the previous universe, then I don't know, it raises some questions. I don't know if Donny Cates is trying to retcon anything. I mean, I'm going based on the original stories, the original origin for Galactus. I really hate it when they retcon stuff just to make modern stories fit. But still, it's still an amazing book. I know I'm kind of rambling here, but it's still an amazing book, still an amazing read, great art. I'm really curious as to what's going to happen in the next issue. So let's move on because I wasted way too much time on that one. Middle West number 17. This issue is a culmination of a lot of things that Abel, the main character here, he has been trying to keep his anger in check for the longest time, because when he lets his anger go, he becomes a force of nature and everything gets destroyed. He's been trying to keep that in check. Things happen in this issue that force him to let loose. And in letting loose, he almost dies. And then in letting loose, he draws the attention of something else. Possibly his father. We don't know. But we also know that the next issue, number 18, is going to be the final issue for the series. I'm very sad about that. Hopefully Scotty Young has more stories and we'll get a Middle West Volume 2 or something, some sort of a continuation, because I'm really enjoying this world and these characters. But great series. Even though it's ending, I do recommend going back and picking up either the individual issues or the trade, because it's such an amazing read. So much fun. Moving on, we've got Plague, number 4. I'm enjoying the series. There's really not much more I can say about this that I haven't already, but it's very atmospheric. It's the pacing. It's got a nice slow pace, so you're not jumping right into the action. It's a slow build, which I enjoy. It's as I said before, it's very atmospheric. It's very moody. You've got these worms that are inhabiting the corpses of humans, and apparently they're from another planet. And there's a portal that they can't get to, that they claim they want to get to so that they can go home, but not really sure if they're on the up and up on that. But this is an amazing series. I really have enjoyed this one completely from beginning to end. So now for final issues. Actually, I guess I didn't get any first issues. But anyway, so for final issues, He-Man and the Master of the Multiverse, number 6 of 6. Wrapping up a great read, a great fun book. I'm hoping that we'll get some more in this, that this kind of opens up the possibility for a variety of He-Man books. And we've got a new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe series coming up soon on Netflix, courtesy of Kevin Smith, I believe. But this wraps this up. Hopefully we'll get more, because I really do enjoy the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe world, and this kind of opens up the possibility that we could get more universes and more stories, more interaction between different variations and different iterations of characters. But that was a lot of fun. Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 5, with a really nice homage cover. It was a fun read. They do take some shots at Family Guy and a show called, I think it's called BoJack Horseman. I'm not at all familiar with it, but it's a great read. I mean, it kind of wraps everything up pretty nicely. So, you know, it's really, I mean, not much more to say. But if you're a fan of Spider-Ham, definitely pick it up. If you're not a big fan of Spider-Ham, it's probably not going to do too much for you. But, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. So, those were the sort of the new books that I picked up this week. I also grabbed a couple of variants that came out in the last couple of weeks. I grabbed the variant because my LCS still had some of these on the rack. Basket Full of Heads #7, the final issue. I don't know, I love the variant cover. It's just something about her brain being divided up in that little sort of smile of I don't know what kind of a smile you'd call that, but that's a really nice cover. And this one I know I mentioned in a previous video. This was the variant cover for Detective Comics #1022. This is a Two-Face cover, and man, oh man, do I love this cover. I don't have a whole lot of Two-Face books in my collection. I have a lot of Two-Face covers in my collection. But I saw this one. This is the last one my LCS had. I'm glad I was able to get down there and get it. I'm glad I decided to grab it because, man, this is a hot-looking cover. So that's that. Those are all the books that I picked up this week. So again, I'm probably not going to have I'm not going to have a new haul video next week because I don't have any books coming out next week. So I'm going to see what I can do about, you know, having something that I can share with you guys and gals out there. So again, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. I know I've gotten a few new subscribers over the past couple of weeks. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And, you know, if you have a channel, anybody who subscribes to my channel, I will subscribe to yours. I mean, it's only fair, and I do check out your stuff. I may not comment that much, but I do check out your videos, and I'm enjoying everything that I'm seeing from everybody. So, again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and click that like button. Share the video, comment down below. You know, let's have a conversation. I always say I always enjoy having a conversation about comic books with just about anybody. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you, if not next week, hopefully next week, but if not, in the next, like 2 weeks' time. Have a good one.